know what time it is. He's inspirational. He's a sensation. Captain Sensation. Yes, it's time again. Captain Sensation Show. Captain Sensation. It's the Captain Sensation Show.
Other yellow hat guy here, back with another video. And today we watched Godzilla -1. Yep, -1. We watched that, and that was a pretty good movie, if you're wanting to know. I haven't watched all the Godzilla movies, so I can't be like, oh, it's the best ever, but it is the best one of all of them that I've seen so far. Reason being is, this is from the perspective of the Japanese this time. So it was less about the monster and more about how it affected the people that this impacted. Now, it's no secret, Godzilla has always been a metaphor for what World War II was for the Japanese in terms of the atomic bombs, right? You had Fat Boy and Little Man, both of those two that attacked Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Hiroshima, however you want to pronounce that. The devastations of which, you know, you can look in the history books or visit Japan. You can see where the shadows of people who were just evaporated, you know, still are there. You know, so it was very tragic. It was, you know, a story I'm not going to get into here, but for history purposes, that's kind of where Godzilla came from. It was like, how can you personify the tragedy in a way that is inhuman? And somebody somewhere said, I know, demon lizard. You know, some, you know, giant lizard that has radiation coming off of it, because, you know, for years people didn't realize those bombs were giving off radiation. And even though some people survived, some of those survivors still succumbed to the radiation. You even had people who, you know, they were lucky or maybe unlucky, where they, I don't know, however you want to describe it, where they experienced both. They were in both cities and still managed to get out of that alive. So Godzilla, this movie, even more so kind of showcases what that was like from that perspective if you substitute the bombs for Godzilla. So, now, be warned, this movie is about 3 hours. Not only is it 3 hours, but it has subtitles. So if that's not your thing, you might want to catch this one at home. It's still worth seeing, because some people, you might feel like, I can't concentrate on what's going on and read at the same time. I feel you. But understand that you don't really need to look at what is being said, because the emotions that the actors convey, you know, that kind of tells the story on its own. So that was good there. This story pretty much is on World War II, where you had a kamikaze pilot who, I guess he got cold feet, he chickened out, he deserted what his duty was, and he went to a local mechanic base where they fix these ships, or not ships, they fix these planes, right? And he encounters them, and then they don't realize Godzilla is there. Godzilla kind of, you know, you see fish or whatever kind of surface, and then that's when you kind of know, hey, something strange is going on. And this soldier, he freezes up. He's asked to get on one of these gunners and shoot Godzilla. But he freezes, and Godzilla kind of looks at him like, you made the smart decision. You don't want to mess with me, not today. It ignores him and instead crushes all of the excuse me, still getting over a cold, crushes all of these mechanics, and he is distraught with sadness and guilt and all of, you know, that whole spectrum there. You know, it's like, hey, happy to be alive, but you've got to live knowing that if maybe you've done your job, they would still be here. It's one thing not to do the kamikaze thing, but it's another to not protect those who, you know, they were counting on you as a soldier. They looked up to you to have the wherewithal to, you know, fight for them. And so there's a lot of that resentment and anguish. You see that not only did Godzilla destroy this area, but there was damage done to other areas. And I'm not sure, I don't remember if it was by Godzilla itself or by World War II. But this soldier returns back to his home country and sees that not only his parents gone, but there's only one woman who's like a survivor in this area, and she's got a baby. The baby isn't hers, it's somebody else's, and she promised to take care of this baby. And so they kind of bond over this trauma, and just when it seems like they're getting their life together, in a sense, Godzilla is still there. This guy needs money, he wants to take care of this woman and the kid, but he's not ready for all this yet. But the woman kind of knows, like, hey, I'm going to make the most of this. I can cook for this guy. He's going to help me take care of this baby. That's a, admirable thing. So when you think they're going to be together like that, Godzilla shows up. They're on this boat, him and some of these other guys. And when he tells them the truth, like, hey, I was a kamikaze pilot. This is Godzilla. It's real. We were sent here to buy time, is what one of the smart guys tells them. So without telling the whole movie, they eventually devise a plan to stop Godzilla, and it only looks like it's going to work because everybody's had enough. At this point, it looks like the protagonist, his love interest, she had perished. She pushed him out of the way while Godzilla was attacking the city that they were at. And they needed the mechanic who could repair this plane, because after World War II, the planes were, they were banned. They weren't allowed anymore. So they need this guy. This guy is actually still alive. He's hiding. So he wasn't the protagonist wasn't the only survivor. The head mechanic survived too, and he was somewhere hidden this whole time. And they find him, and he really gets some courage to help him after he realizes, hey, this guy's lost everything. This time he wants to make things right. You don't see a body for the love interest, but eventually, you figure if you don't see that, maybe she's still alive. So again, watch the movie and see what's going on. I'm going to end the review here. It was pretty long of a movie, but it was worth it. There was never any moments where I was like, oh, this is too much. There are moments where there's a lot of conversation and chatter on what to do, and it's understandable. This isn't, hey, let's get back in there and go 7 rounds with Floyd Mayweather. This is Godzilla, who can just flick you off of the earth, right? Just charges up his spikes back there, and it's a Marvel versus Capcom type finisher. So some of that went on a little long, but that's not really a complaint. I would have to give this a 9 out of 10. I think this was really good. I'm not really into monster movies or anything like that, but they personified, or they gave value to the people, and there wasn't none of this. It wasn't this CGI, yeah, let's destroy this, destroy that. I don't need to see all that. This was recommended. I'm recommending it as well. That's 4 Earthworm Gems out of 5. Let me know what you want me to see next, and I will see you in the next one. Other Yellow Hat Guy is out. But before I'm out, like, comment, subscribe, share. Please do all that. Hey, how are you? I'm Captain Sensation. I'm on Twitch and YouTube. Enjoy my creations. Movie reviews, let's plays, they're amazing. Stay tuned for more. I'm Captain Sensation. Sympathy for Pokemon and Atari. Wait, here's more funny Mario Party. Games that are chores and some that are gnarly. Fun with Gen X, Virgin Rose, and Kari. Woo! There we go, y'all. Been waiting to do that for a little bit. But hey, see y'all on the next one.